Welcome. This is Module 2, Topic 1, Lesson 1, Activity 1.4. In this activity, you're going to see how percent is related to the constant of proportionality. Go ahead and read the description that describes the table below. Pause here. What this table is showing is the comparison of regular department store prices of items compared to the discount store's price of the same item. You might actually be familiar with a couple discount stores in our area: Ross, Burlington, Marshall's. These are all stores that sell name brand items at discounted prices. Now turn your attention to what Alfie has to say about this table of values. Number one, we are explaining what is wrong with Alfie's reasoning. So obviously Alfie is wrong. Go ahead and pause the video here, read what Alfie has to say, and explain why he is wrong. Now let's check our answer. Using what we know about the constant of proportionality and direct variation, we know that we can check for proportionality by setting up equivalent ratios: y over x is equal to y over x, or even by finding the constant of each set of values. And when I did that, y over x, I found that it was consistently 4/5. And 4/5 also as a decimal would be 0.8 or 8/10. I hope that quick refresh helped, because you are now going to answer questions 2 through 5 either on your own or with a partner. Number 2 asks to find the constant of constant of proportionality. Hint, hint, we kind of just did that. Number 3, you're writing an equation. Number 4, what is the shoe superstore price for a pair of shoes that cost $28 at the department store? You're figuring out what is the price at the shoe superstore using that constant of proportionality. And then number 5 says, what is the department store price? So now you're looking for the department store price for a pair of shoes that cost $15 at the shoe superstore. So using your equation, you can even use a proportion, but for this activity, try to use an equation, the equation that you're going to set up in number 3, to help you solve number 4 and 5. Pause here. Now let's check our answers. For number 2, k is equal to y over x. That is how you find the constant of proportionality. I just threw in a random set of values. 16 over 20 then simplifies if you divide the top and bottom by 4, gives you 4/5. And again, 4/5 as a decimal gives you 0 and 8/10, which as a percentage is 80%. Number 3 said to define the variables and write an equation. So we know we would express this in y is equal to kx form. So we know our constant. We can just simply throw that into our equation. Y is equal to 0 and 8/10 x, or y is equal to 4/5 times x. Now for my dependent and independent variables, I know that the shoe store's price is dependent on the department store's price. That is how I identified x and y. You could also, of course, have written this as d and s as well. For question number 4, you should have set up a proportion to solve. The department store price, $28, represents the whole, because the shoe store price is 80% of that whole, which is why we set our proportion up as 80% of that 28. And you should have gotten $22.40. And lastly, number 5, again, set up a proportion, but this time you're showing that the department store price is equal to that 80%. So $15 is 80% of that total price that you don't know. So you place an X there and solve that proportion. You would get $18.75 will be the department store price. And that concludes this activity. Great job today. See you in the next video.